Hello again, it's your pal MiRai. We're here to talk about some things. This is not a traditional vlog video, as you might be able to tell from the title, which I haven't come up with yet, but this is more or less an intro slash expectation video for the new 2+3 or 3+2, however you want to order it, that Svpernova and myself are doing. As just a quick recap, if you didn't watch the last vlog, which was, I believe, vlog 23, I talk about this, and we're doing where I'm playing tank healer and he's playing the DPS. I'm doing paladin shaman, he's doing hunters. I went over why I didn't choose other classes and why I settled on paladin shaman. You can watch that video if you want to. I'm not going to recap that right now, but that's what the 2+3 is. We did similar runs like this with other compositions that are also available on my channel, although they're quite old at this point. If you do want to watch those, I was playing DPS. There's sort of a series where I played the mages, and then there's a series where I played paladins, all DPS. So that might be cool to watch. But on the other hand, just to touch on the class thing again, I am liking paladin shaman, although there seem to be points throughout the leveling process where I either become weaker or I just don't grow stat-wise as much as Svpernova's hunters do. And he's just, I think I'm just going to go ahead and say it now. In the prior vlog, I talked about trying to out-showboat him. Well, unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be possible. I was not prepared for the level of showboatiness that those hunters are. Not prepared. Those things are dangerous. And I just can't compete. What you're seeing behind me is the first day highlight video. So we just streamed last weekend. We streamed Saturday, Sunday. This is Saturday's video. This is uploaded to YouTube, although YouTube is still processing it, and that could take some time in order before we get full quality before I set it to public. So this video will probably be up before that video. And it should be, because this is the intro / expectations video. But I can't out-showboat. I cannot out-showboat Svpernova. I'm just going to go ahead and put that out now. I'm just admitting defeat. I'm just trying to keep it together, okay? You're going to watch this first day video of the highlights from Saturday's stream. And it's me. I just look like I'm staring off into the distance. I'm a deer in headlights, just trying to keep myself alive as he just throws arrows all over the place. And everything's dead. He doesn't even need me. Okay, it's a one-man, three-character show for the most part, and I'm just kind of tagging along with my two characters. That's what this is. And he told me on day 2, this is pretty much how he felt when I was playing the paladins, as that I was just blowing through everything as the paladins, and he pretty much felt useless with the tank and the healer. And I didn't feel like that when we were doing it. That was last year when we were doing this with my paladins and his warrior priest, I believe is what he played. I didn't feel like he was useless, but then I went back and I watched one of those videos, and sure enough, the paladins are just beating the shit out of everything, and he's just trying to kind of play catch up and heal himself, and I didn't really realize that. And now I'm in his shoes of tank healer, and my God, you're taking on the two most important roles, and you're supposed to keep people alive, right? So really the main problem on day 1 was that I'm just healing via the unit frames using click bars with ISBoxer. And what I did then on day 2 is I have so many buttons on my mouse that I then hard-coded some healing for specifically my tank. So then I don't have to keep moving the mouse over to the unit frames every time I want to heal the tank, which is quite often. So I can just hit these buttons on my mouse, and I don't really have to worry about being positioned correctly over the unit frame. It's helped tremendously, and you'll see that in day 2. So day 1 is Saturday, and this is the one video. It's like level 35 to 46. That's the highlights of the 3-hour stream we had or something like that. It's about a 15-minute video, something like that. That's what makes it difficult, is I have to find interesting footage across 3 hours and condense it into something that is more or less a highlights video. And I know some people might prefer more videos or longer videos, but man, workload, man. I gotta get this stuff. I gotta get through this stuff and get it out there so that I can continue working on other things. I promise you that there's good stuff here, but day 1 is a little boring in comparison to day 2. But anyway, day 2 is going to be, I've already kind of split it up. It's going to be like 48, level 48 to 57, somewhere in there. We do a few dungeons in there, and then we do one run of LBRS, which is Lower Blackrock Spire. And I felt that was a pretty interesting run. That place is a giant maze. If you're really not familiar with it, you can get really lost and it's confusing, and it can be quite difficult. We did a great job in there, I think. We just kept cruising through it. There were a lot of big pulls. So it's about a 12-minute video of LBRS, edited down, obviously, not the full run. The full run is probably closer to 30 minutes, but edited down, it's 12 minutes. I'm going to release that as a standalone. Again, you don't have to watch this stuff, but LBRS was pretty cool, and I felt that it was a lot of fun, and so I'm going to release that as its own video. And then after that, we hit level 58 in LBRS, and we had a bit of an issue, which some people are experiencing, where certain characters in their parties are just getting like kicked out of the dungeon for no reason whatsoever. And you're just completely out of the instance party at that point. It's not like you can teleport back in. You're completely lost at this point, and you're completely kicked out. So we have to leave, and then of course we have a cooldown on our queue timer. So then we have to queue manually for dungeons. So what we did was we queued for ramps and blood furnace, one after another, and those dungeons were orange to us at those points in time. But we had hit 58, and we did get sort of a boost in heirlooms. So we do kind of cruise through ramps. That's a lot of fun. So ramps and blood furnace is going to be its own video after that as well. So there's 3 videos from day 2, 1 video from day 1. And I'm sure these will all come throughout the week, hopefully, and then whatever. I've got several videos to work on, man. This stuff it's never ending. It's never ending. But yeah, and I guess finally what I'm thinking of doing, and again, I don't know if it's going to get out before next weekend's stream, is I kind of want to do like a video, sort of like an overview for my setup on what I'm using for Tank Healer, because I've never specifically run just Tank Healer before, so I was able to get a bit more creative in my setup, right? You run 5, but then you have to have a specific window layout that kind of handles 5 or 6 characters, how many of you are running in whatever game. Some games have 6 in a party. And because I've only got 2, I was able to be a little bit more creative with the window layout and my window switching, and some of the things I'm doing. So and some people might be interested in what I'm doing. So I'm probably going to have just a little bit of a sort of an overview video, hopefully by the end of this week, if not, certainly next week. I still have some changes to make. After last weekend, I realized there's still some changes to make that I'd like to make on my setup so that I have more control over some things and whatnot. So whenever I get that done, then I'll feel comfortable making an overview video for everyone to see, because I imagine there are going to be some people who are interested. Maybe not the veterans, but certainly there's a lot of new people, and you don't even have to be new, just inexperienced with ISBoxer. Anything you see someone else's setup and they're helping decode it at the same time, and it's, it gives you that idea. The light bulb turns on in your head. You're like, oh, I can do this and I can do that. I can use that as well. I can copy that setup. So, yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. But we plan to be streaming every weekend. Granted that our schedules are aligning, and I assume at least one day every weekend. And last weekend, Svpernova was giving out 30-day Innerspace time codes. That's obviously the software him and I use. I don't just assume that everyone watching these videos uses ISBoxer and Innerspace, but I imagine that most of the people on this channel do. But if you do, or if you did want to try out Innerspace, you can. He's raffling off codes, and I don't want to say he will do it again this weekend, although I imagine he probably will. He probably will. We don't have exactly times for this weekend, but again, if I can remember to put up those videos that let everyone know I'm streaming at that time, and then I take them down when the stream is over. So if you get an email notification, I'll make the title more clear this time, because there was some confusion. It seems some people didn't know why they were going to visit these videos that I had just uploaded, those 20-second videos that I uploaded that said, hey, we're streaming, come view us, come hang out on Svpernova's Twitch channel. And then I was taking them down, and they were trying to go to the links, and they were gone, right? The video had been deleted already. So I'll try to make it clear in the title that it is a streaming video that will be taken down when it's over. But again, it should be happening this weekend and every weekend after that, hopefully. And I'm going to try to maybe sub in, maybe get that DK Druid ready. It is Tuesday. I've got a few more days before Saturday rolls around, which I imagine we'll be doing Saturday. So I think that's it. I've rambled enough. This is the intro expectations. Watch the next video. It's probably going to be ready on YouTube within the next day of watching this. So link will be in the description. I love you. Keep on keeping on. Do what you do. And I'll see you later.